Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Jacob of Paradox Multimedia here, and welcome back to another video. Today we're back with another Paradox music critique. This episode we're going to continue going through Blue Laze's catalog with his We Are Free EP. Now, this is a 4-track EP that came out before his second album, Neon. And I don't remember this one being anything particularly special. Really, the only thing I remember about this was that he went through quite a few iterations of the album art, finally settling on one that I made, actually. So that was kind of cool. But before I blabber on, let's get into the critique. Real quick, I just wanted to mention that I recently hit 500 subscribers, and it'd be really cool to hit 600 before the end of the year. So if you want to help me out, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell as well, I guess, so you can keep up to date on my stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so the starting rhythm with the kick is a little weird, and this synth is just kind of sporadic. Feels very random. The droplet sounds are kind of neat. Okay, now we've got like an actual melody. This song has a very weird vibe. I mean, it does feel like a sort of like attempt at a bright and sunny track, which is fitting for the name. It's weirdly kind of jazzy. For the most part, though, it's kind of repetitive and doesn't seem to have, like, a very solid, like, musical identity. It has that sort of sense of, like, making it up as you go along that some of Blue Laze's tracks have had, which is not always the greatest direction to take with your music. There just doesn't seem to be a whole lot to say about this. Here we are, back to that weird synth from the beginning. Oh, now we're back. Why did it dip out there for a second? Alright, so the ending there didn't feel like it was very well resolved to me. And overall, like, it's just nothing, like, it doesn't feel like anything special. It's relatively, it's a relatively inoffensive track, but like it's also pretty uninteresting in just structure and sound, and like you can get a sort of vibe from it, but it's a very weird and just it's I'm not a huge fan of it. 5 out of 10. Ooh. So this is a pretty nice start. Just the reverb and sort of resonance of this synth gives it a kind of like underwater feeling. That combined with the drums, it gives it a very pulsating kind of feel. And then we have this synth here. This sort of melody, which this is made, I'm quite certain, using a certain sample pack that you get free with Magic's Music Maker. Yep, that proved it. Yep. So there's a free sample pack you get just when you install Magic's Music Maker, and this song is definitely made with it. I've heard many different versions of, like, you know, just different tracks using these exact same samples. Not so much the vocals. Nobody ever seems to use the vocals. But, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't a very good cut there. Now, why did he get rid of that, like, underwater synth from before? It doesn't feel as interesting without it. So far, this just feels kind of repetitive for this verse here. He definitely could have a better job of spicing it up a bit. And here we have this build up again.
You're my Mr. Right, my Mr. Right.
I have no idea what they're even saying, which, if you're gonna have like a sung phrase, even if it's just gonna repeat and be like chopped up, you want it to be something like sort of familiar. I don't even, it sounds like she's saying Misserai, which I don't know what that is. If that's an actual like word, I don't understand it. But overall, like, it just not as good as it could have been. It's definitely more creative use of some of the samples from this pack, but overall, it's just not amazing. Also, when he soloed the vocals, it just would not recommend for those again, ever. I do think it's interesting that he used the same kind of saw synth that everybody uses from that pack. Like, everybody who uses that pack uses that saw synth. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool to see his take on it, I guess, but it's pretty much just like everybody else's, which you can kind of expect. It's a free sample pack. You're kind of meant to mess around with it and kind of get an idea from it. But, I don't know. Again, this is nothing special. 5 out of 10. This is different. Ooh. This is a very unique feel for his music. It's not quite a minimalist sound, which I guess you wouldn't really call this minimalist by any measure, but it's not like in your face, but it's also like not super quiet, but it's still like somewhat quiet as far as electronic music goes. Transition was a little iffy, but still. Yeah, I don't think I've heard anything like this from him before. I'm feeling it. I feel like he could have done something a little different with that synth. Comes in just a little too suddenly, a little too hard. Feels just a little like, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it feels like there could have been a little bit more refinement to it. It's starting to get a little repetitive. Yeah, now it's definitely repetitive. I mean, still, this is a pretty cool track. It's got a sort of warm, slightly montage-y feel. I could kind of see someone using this in like one of those satisfying compilation videos. Maybe not the satisfying compilation videos, but some kind of compilation video, you know? It's really interesting because this is sort of a first for this sort of music for Blue Laze. Like, it's a very consistent, calm kind of vibe. There's no sudden mood shift. There's no, like, harsh bass to take you out of it. It's just very good. Again, still not like something super special, but it definitely stands out. Not only from this EP, but also among all of his music. I wouldn't exactly say it's one of my favorites, but I'd say it's up there as far as his music. 7 out of 10. This is very interesting. Just starts off with a little bass, snare kick, snare and kick, and some like slightly distorted kind of brass. Oh. Here's the build-up, and now I thought we might get something similar to Lightning Sky, but it's a little disappointing. The build-up was pretty meh, and And the bass here just... it doesn't fit. I don't know. I like that he was trying to diversify things here. And he certainly succeeded at that, but it just... it's hard not to notice the same mistakes, the same issues that I've noticed in many of his songs. Mind you, this came out a year ago. Like, a year and a half ago. Okay, not a joke. I heard the bass start coming in, or kick, or whatever for that build-up. I thought, like, something was hitting against the wall. And then it just stops. It just stops. That's the big thing. It just stops. It's certainly not the worst thing I've ever heard, but I definitely would skip this one if it came up on Spotify. So, yeah, that definitely wasn't the greatest auditory experience I've ever had. Really, the only thing I can say anything good about is Lightning Sky, and even that's like, This one definitely didn't have a whole lot to offer, and I really don't have anything more to say than that at this point. So, let's hope Neon is better than I remember. Anyways, if you have your own thoughts about this, maybe some of these songs were better to you than they were to me, let me know down in the comments below, and go check out the music on Blue Laze's channel. And, you know, since you're here, how about leaving a like on the video, you know, subscribe and click the button down below, ring the notification bell, all that jazz. Also, I've been trying to stream more over on twitch.tv/paradoxmm_, so you could check me out there. I've been playing Minecraft with some friends, and also playing through Fallout New Vegas. I'm going to try and do some spooky games and stuff over there for October. Follow me on Twitter to keep up to date with stuff. I post semi-often on there about stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you have a great night when you see this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.